Hi everybody, this is Joel Kennedy with Kennedy Violins. So today I'm going to show you how to use a clip-on tuner. Now these tuners are super popular because they're inexpensive, they're super easy to store because they're so small, and they're really easy to use. Now for today's video I'm going to be demonstrating with the Violin clip-on tuner. We sell a lot of different tuners. This is one of our newest ones. I like this one because it's pretty accurate. It's got a really easy to read screen because it's color, and it's rechargeable, which is really nice. A lot of tuners are not rechargeable, so you're having to replace batteries all the time. Because it's got a little USB-C connector here, so you just plug it in. The other thing that I really like about it is that it's super easy to use. It literally has one button on the back. So like I said, most clip-on tuners are very similar. So even though I'm using the Violin rechargeable clip-on tuner, most of the tuners you're going to find will be very similar. Okay, so first of all, to turn it on, right, you got one button on the back, right? You just press and hold it, and then that turns it on. And it displays an H for some reason, I have no idea. Okay, so then you want to put it in your favorite mode. Okay, so this has a C for chromatic, and you push the button again, G for guitar, B for bass, and then U for ukulele, and then finally V for violin. So personally, I would suggest that you always use the C for chromatic. The thing is that if you put it in a mode, right, let's say violin mode, it's only going to display G, D, A, E, your strings, right? It's only going to display your strings. Well, what if your string is way off? Like let's say your G is like, 2 whole steps too low, and it's like a D or an F or something like that, or an E or whatever. Well, then it's not going to know that. It's because it can only display G, D, A, or E. So if your string is way off and you don't know, because you're kind of new to violin or whatever, you don't know if it's low or is it high, so it's not going to tell you what pitch it is. So it can be a little frustrating. So I suggest you just always put it in chromatic mode. That way it's always going to tell you the exact pitch you're playing. So even whether it's an open string or whether you're putting your fingers down, let's say you're practicing your really slow scales and you want to test to see if your ear is correct, right? Chromatic mode is going to work that way. So that's what I would personally suggest. Okay, so now I'll just show you a little more about how to use it. So after you turn it on and you put the mode on chromatic, then you want to attach it to your instrument. Now most people are just going to get the clip and they're going to attach it to the scroll, right? And then they're going to adjust this display so they can look at it like this or whatever. But for purposes of the video, I'm just going to hook it to a peg, which is fine. Because for the camera work, and plus it just makes it a little bit easier to see the display while you're playing. Now obviously you won't want to put it on a peg that you need to turn, because that won't work. So you might have to move it around. But one great thing about these tuners, I'll point out though, is that they go by vibrations. They're not acoustic. So they work really well in a loud environment. So let's say you're an orchestra, there's just a bunch of people playing or people talking or whatever. It doesn't actually pick up the sound, it picks up the vibration. So you could be an orchestra and you could sit there and play your violin, and it's only going to pick up your instrument because it's picking up the vibrations from your instrument, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I turned it on, I selected C for chromatic, right? And then I clip it on so I can see it while I'm playing, okay? So then it's pretty simple after that, okay? So let's say I want to test my A, right? So I play my A, and I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but I play my A, and sure enough, it's showing an A on the screen, but it's also the little blue dashes are, now what I want the blue dashes to be in that middle section there where that little O is, right? And then once I get there, it'll probably blink or something. So most tuners, they'll blink or they'll turn green or something like that when you're perfectly in tune. So right now it's telling me that my pitch is slightly low. So I'm gonna get my fine tuner. Okay, see the little green arrow? So that little green arrow tells me it's in tune. Now if I go too high, okay, so now that it's starting to flash red. It's showing me that I'm too high. So now I'm going to go back down. Good, and that little green arrow blinked, and it's in the middle. So now it's telling me, okay, you're in tune. Now there's different kinds of A's. There's 440, 441, 442, 443. So there is a range of an A, you know. So it will tell you sometimes you're in tune, even if there's a little bit of difference in the pitch. So at some point you got to really just use your ear to get it really down pat. Okay, so now let's try tuning a string that's way off. Okay, so now the peg is slipped, and now the peg is really low. So what pitch is it telling me? Now it's telling me I'm playing a B flat. Okay, well I know I want it to be a D, right? A, B, C, D. Okay, I gotta go up a couple whole steps here. So now I'm gonna go higher up until it says I'm playing a D. There we go. And that little green arrow flashed, so I know I'm in tune. Okay, how about our G? This one's flat as well, okay, and it tells me I'm playing an F sharp. So I know, oh, I'm only a half a step away, so I gotta go up. Okay, good. I kept on turning it until that green arrow flashed, and now I know I'm in tune. Okay. Oh, my E is way off. Okay, let's tune my E. See, it's telling me it's an E, so it knows I'm playing an E, but the blue lines here are really low, so it's telling me I'm really flat. Now I'm playing an F. I went too high. I'm going to use my fine tuner to go down. Good. Okay, now that green arrow is flashing. Okay. Now. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's basically how you use your clip-on tuner. So for summation, right, turn your tuner on by holding the button down, select your mode by pushing that mode button, the same button, right, and then put it on a peg that you don't have to turn and tune away. So guys, I hope this video helped. If you have any additional questions or whatever, you know, put them in the comments or give Kennedy Violins a call, and we're always glad to answer any kind of questions you got. So with that, I hope you guys have a great day.